The window for finding earthquake survivors in southern Turkey and northern Syria is closing fast, nearly 52 hours after disaster struck. It is 8 in the morning there now, daylight helping rescue and recovery efforts after a second long night in bitterly cold conditions. Survival stories are still emerging, including of the most vulnerable, a newborn pulled from the rubble. The death toll has surged. Nearly 8,000 people are dead, with tens of thousands more injured. 6,000 buildings have been destroyed, leaving countless people homeless. Aid and expertise are arriving, but the affected area is vast, with frustration and desperation mounting. Our Europe correspondent May Heron's now made it to the shattered Turkish city of Adana. We'll talk to May shortly. First, though, her report.
Rescuers work by firelight, honing in on the cries of those trapped beneath the ruins of this Syrian town. Against all odds, the freezing temperatures and the immense weight of the debris, a young Syrian girl emerges, dazed but alive, after more than 24 hours with no food or water. Here, a baby born amid the devastation also pulled from the rubble. Her umbilical cord was still attached to her dead mother.
Her condition is now stable, thank God.
She's now in hospital alone. Her brothers, sisters, both parents, all killed when their home came crashing down. But time is rapidly running out for the untold numbers still to be found. More than 20,000 people are involved in the rescue efforts, still not enough to match the devastation, which stretches for hundreds of kilometres. Winter's brutal cold adding to the challenge and reducing the chances of survival.
We're sitting here in the cold and rain, just waiting for the rescuers to start digging.
I slept in the car, hoping that my children would get out of the building. I have 7 children under the rubble.
Many survivors wait out in the open, fearful of more aftershocks.
We have serious damages all over the walls. We wanted to go inside again after the quake, but we were not allowed.
The thousands who have been left instantly homeless have been desperately trying to seek shelter from the bitter cold in tents, schools, mosques, gyms, and even in hotels like this. We've struggled to find a rental car because companies are giving them out for people to sleep in. And this isn't just a problem for the next few days or weeks. The devastation is so vast, it is going to take years to rebuild.
Among the thousands of buildings felled, businesses, schools, hospitals, homes.
So people will become fixed in what will become camps of internally displaced persons. So they'll need shelter, they'll need water, at some point they'll need food.
Aid and rescue relief is arriving from all around the world, but it's slow. The roads are hazardous. Airports and ports have also been damaged. Anger and desperation is mounting. For many, it's already too late.
They are all gone. If rescuers arrived yesterday, they would have been saved.
Here, the father of a 15-year-old girl killed near the quake's epicentre, refusing to let go of her hand. A haunting snapshot of the tragedy echoing many times across 2 shattered nations.
And May's with us now live from the city of Adana in southern Turkey. Kia ora, May. What's it like where you are now?
Good evening. Well, the sun is starting to rise here, but search and rescue teams have been working throughout the night. As you can see behind me, some have shovels, but others are using bare hands. When we arrived, a crane was lifting a large concrete block, and then just moments ago, someone was pulled out of the rubble, but unfortunately, they had passed away, and that is unfortunately a scene that has been seen many times as hope is fading for search and rescue teams. This is now the 3rd day that they will be looking for people, and conditions are bitterly cold. But this scene will be replicated dozens and dozens of times across 2 countries, and the rescue efforts will be continuing, but hope is fading.
And you've been meeting locals who are affected by this. Tell us some of what they've had to say.
Yeah, well, the last time I stood in front of a building like this was during the Christchurch earthquakes, and when you feel something of that magnitude, when you experience something like that, you begin to speak a certain language, and that's the language that I've been hearing from locals, the feeling of being uneasy on your feet all the time, feeling phantom quakes, looking around the room to try and find a hanging light to verify whether what you felt was real, and the crippling anxiety of not knowing which buildings are safe, which ones may fall around you. And also there seems to be a real sense of uncertainty. The people I've talked to, some have booked hotels for a night, some for weeks, but then what do they do after that? They don't know, and they're the lucky ones. There are others with far more temporary accommodation like tents and cars, and there are some with nothing at all.
Live from southern Turkey, May Heron. Stay safe. Thank you very much.